would you say if I told you that if everyone in our lecture class represented a tree, we would have all died since I started talking? And the cause of our deaths is deforestation. Deforestation is one of the leading causes of climate change, and whether we're trees or people, the act of destroying these oxygen-rich sanctuaries will be the cause of our deaths. Everyone needs oxygen, and rainforests are one of the largest resources of it on our planet. It is also one of the fastest shrinking areas on the planet due to industries over-harvesting its resources. So if you need oxygen, the next information I'm going to give you today is vital. As a human, knowing the effects of deforestation is important for my health and the rest of the planet's. The research I have conducted during this speech will be evident, and it will be obvious that deforestation is harmful to the planet and ourselves, and it is vital for everyone's health that it be stopped. The solution is to stop using the resources that cause deforestation. I know this sounds difficult in the short term, but it will be worth it in the long term when everyone does their small part to help save the planet. Let's begin by discussing what deforestation is and the effects it has on the planet. Deforestation is the act of cutting down large swaths of forests, either for livestock purposes or for other resources. Deforestation contributes to increased greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, it destroys biodiversity, and it's an irresponsible land use that affects plants, animals, and humans. To make it clear how much we really need these trees to keep standing, consider these facts. The World Counts is an organization that researches the effects that our consumer society has on the environment, and to help people depict how much humans are wasting. According to that website, about 350 trees are cut down for deforestation reasons every single second. Now picture our lecture class again. There used to be 220 students that sat in that hall every single Monday morning. And if each of us represent just one tree, it would take only 2/3 of a second for all of us to disappear. Alternatively, we can think about it in terms of how much oxygen these trees provide for us. According to Louise Villazon with BBC Science Focus News, everyone needs about 8 trees worth of oxygen per year. Considering the lecture class again, that's about 1,760 trees to breathe for a year. Since I started explaining this statistic, about 4 times that many trees have already been cut down. That oxygen goes to waste as soon as it hits the forest floor, which means that we have less to breathe and the atmosphere has less carbon dioxide that it can't hold. The option we have, the only option, is to change, or we will disappear with all of the rest of the trees and oxygen left on the world. Keeping this in mind, it is not as hard as you think to stop deforestation around the globe. According to a National Geographic article with Christina Nunez, other than timber, there are a few specific resources that cause deforestation, and that's livestock and palm oil. The good news is there are easy replacements for both of these things. In terms of livestock, deforestation mostly occurs for the need for grazing land for cattle. And we get most of our meat and dairy products from the deforestation and grazing land that occurs from this. Again, good news, it's very easily substitutable. Most mainstream grocery stores carry vegan replacements for things such as coffee creamer, protein, butter, cheese, and even ice cream. Now, I'm not saying that you have to follow a 100% vegan diet. I know that's very difficult to do. According to Nina Shen-Rastogi with Slate News, eating just one vegetarian meal in a week is the equivalent benefit of taking 40 million cars off the road for a year. Again, with David Carey with USA Today News, moving on to palm oil, it's mostly used in food processing for things such as butter, cereal, and bread, which are very processed foods. Again, good news, they're easily substitutable, and they mostly coincide with the vegan and vegetarian diets. I personally have been a vegetarian for 11 years, so I know that when I buy vegetarian products, I'm also buying products with less palm oil with no extra thought to me. I know this sounds difficult and we think that just you can't make the difference, but this is simple economics. If we can all decrease the demand for these products that come from deforestation, then the supply has to decrease and we can stop deforestation in its tracks. Now that we have the solution, picture this. The beautiful rainforest will stay intact. We can all do our small parts to help save the planet. The Native Americans whose homes were destroyed from deforestation now get to keep them, and everyone's a little bit healthier from the lack of processed foods. And the air is full of oxygen. All of this could be possible if you just take that hamburger and switch it out for a veggie burger one time a week. Is that really too much to ask? Wrapping up, I want you to remember that deforestation affects all of us. Destroying rainforests is an irresponsible use of land. It destroys ecosystems for plants, animals, and us. But it's not impossible to stop it. Let's stop adopting the attitude that we as individuals cannot make a difference, because it's not true. All of us matter, and all of us deserve to live long and healthy lives. And one of the ways that we can do this is to make small changes that will decrease the need for deforestation. So next time you're in the grocery store, keep an eye out for those replacements. I know I will. And if not for you, then for any one of the 220 students that sit in that lecture class with us.